why would you want to film things vertically?
Why?
Yeah.
Spite me.
Because I have this person who comments on all my videos, which I really appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes it's just nice to, like, he says something, and you're like, I'm going to do the exact opposite.
Spite.
Instead of supporting your audience and like
I support
letting your audience help you.
I do appreciate it. And as soon as I realized what I did, I was like, oh, shit. I better make a 3-minute long fidget spinner video in vertical.
Yeah.
What was the video of? Other than just fidget
The
spinner?
original one was a vlog just saying, like, apologizing for my
Vertical video.
for my poor quality of audio due to my mic was malfunctioning and audio in general. And then I made a video after that apologizing for the verticality of my video.
This is only going to apply to Spencer, really, but you know Gamma Labs?
Yeah.
That's what E-Athlete Labs is. Difference is Gamma Labs is cool. E-Athlete Labs sounds kind of lame.
Oh, so it's like they're
like, oh yeah, like all these energy drinks out there claim to help you. They don't, but we do help you. It's like, oh, well. Also, they have an image on their site just saying, are you ready to become an athlete? Oh, E-Athlete. Just the E is hidden by his finger, so you can't really see it. He's holding a PS3 controller.
Champion.
Oh, so you know he's pro when he's still playing on PS3.
Oh, yeah.
All the best games are on PS3.
Debatable.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Hastlecast podcast, episode 28. Hosted tonight by myself, Ben. We have
Steven.
Spencer.
And Alex!
Alex.
What's going on, Alex?
Not much. Still with you, Spencer.
Not much.
Spencer, also known as Fragoute.
Yeah.
Fragoute.
Fragoute, if you're at the Halo store, and that's what they call me out as.
We called you that too when we first met you.
I know.
Speak for yourself. Like, I knew what was up.
I did speak for myself.
I know the famous Fragoute.
Famous Fragoute.
Hey, somebody saw my video. Okay, so I've been going to the gym lately, and for the first week, I posted a selfie in it on my Instagram, and someone commented on it. Oh, I thought this was snakebite. I'm like, yeah, I'm famous.
Oh man,
I'm kind of a big deal.
I should have. I meant to comment back, but it was too late. I was gonna be like, basically.
Okay, so what did we do this past weekend that was cool at the Microsoft store?
I had a nap.
Complained
you're not talking about. Okay, so the Microsoft store.
I won a Halo event and carried Spencer to victory.
Complained about vertically shot videos.
Yeah, I killed my teammate a lot in Halo, and we still won. I don't know how.
Stop playing with your damn pockets.
Bad.
Yeah, so this past weekend there was a Halo 4v4 Shoddy Snipes tournament, which was dope, and I got roped into playing as well.
Yeah, you played pretty well, actually.
Considering, we met up the night before to get a couple rounds in, and I didn't play really at all.
We did have a mini Halo LAN with 3 out of the 4 of us playing, and the other one in a strip club in GTA.
Oh, that was really funny. So, I don't have an Xbox, so we were at this LAN. Everybody had their own Xbox. I didn't. So Spencer brought out his PS4, and he's like, "Hey, you can just play on this while we practice." So I loaded up GTA 5, went to the strip club, sat down in front of the pole dancer, and just left it. And it's right next to Spencer, so if he looks over, he just sees a stripper dancing. And eventually he said something. He's like, "Hey, can you turn this off? It's distracting." So, of course, I went and got a lap dance where the stripper was completely topless. And I didn't know that was a thing.
Well, no, it takes a couple of rounds of lap dance in order to get them topless.
No,
it was
right away. GTA
Really?
5, yeah.
No way. I've never had that right away.
They just don't
I've
like
had-
you.
Don't they usually walk around topless in the strip club?
No,
No.
I always thought they were like bikinis or so, and then you lap dance with them, and you gotta fondle them.
I didn't spend much time in the strip club.
No, I think that was
Yeah,
San
neither did I
Andreas.
actually. I don't remember.
You can do that, but I just walked up to one and it said push Y or whatever to ask for a lap dance, and I did, and then I followed her into the room, and there was boobies immediately.
Fantastic. You can just throw singles on the stage.
He ran out of money.
He used all my money.
I made it rain, $6 at a time.
Damn right.
Those were some
Max Rain.
expensive strippers, for sure. Yeah, and then I got a nice text from my friend who's on my PS4 friends with a picture of what you're doing on game. He's like, "You've been caught," and it was a picture, and it said, "Fragoute is sitting in the strip club."
Yeah.
GTA 5.
Got called
That's
out.
fantastic.
I really wish they said how much time you spent in there. So it's like, Fragoute has spent 34 minutes in the strip club.
It's funny. So one of my friends that I used to play with on GTA a lot, we'd used to go to the bar and get really drunk. So I was laughing because one of his things his notifications. It's like, what was his name? Just Awesome or something like that. He put his or his notification thing said he has drank 24 beers in the last 10 minutes.
Oh god.
And so I took a picture of it and I'm like, alcoholic question mark, and sent it to him. Oh, it's so funny.
But yeah, this Halo tournament was pretty dope.
Yeah, it was a good turnout.
So it was put on by Community Gaming. Your project there, eh?
Yeah, so it's kind of like a tournament hoster or event hoster for gaming and esports here in Calgary and Alberta that I'm trying to put together with a couple friends, and actually some huge news there. So we have this up and coming sponsor, which is actually one of those escape room places.
Oh, really?
Who's going to let us use one of their areas as an office space and a place to hold events.
Oh,
So you're going to
cool.
be...
That's dope.
You're going to have your office in an escape room.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah, like it's not going to be like the escape room's not built in that room, like one of the rooms, but like basically across the hall is a bunch of kids getting scared and locked in rooms.
It'd be fantastic if you did like any recordings in there and you just hear children screaming in the background of your recordings.
Yeah.
Well, I actually thought, I was like, this is a great idea. Like I can like go there and set up like a permanent place to shoot YouTube videos, because it's just this big open space where we're gonna hold our first event there, which is like a StarCraft 2v2 on Canada Day, just to see how that goes. We're kind of just testing out games, see what's popular here in Calgary. So,
are they giving you the space, or are you renting it from them?
No, they're giving it like as a sponsorship type deal. Like, so like we'll put their logo on our stuff and whatever. Like it's a sponsorship. So
Okay, cool.
If you host events there, that drives tons of traffic.
yeah, and it's the
it,
same
yeah.
age group approximately of what they're looking for, right? Like 15 to 35 ish.
Yeah.
Well, odds are if you play video games like StarCraft or like Halo, you probably like puzzle games as well. I know there aren't puzzle games, obviously.
Yeah. Or you're already there with friends for the one event, so hey,
Exactly.
why not stop by the other one? Like it's perfect for
Or
that.
show up early, or if you leave and you can do an event afterwards or something.
Yeah. Or between matches, say you're like in winner's bracket and you got to wait for the loser's bracket to go through. You got to go and spend an hour in the freaking
In the puzzle room.
escape rooms. Yeah.
Sweet.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it was a great idea.
That is a genius idea.
Yeah, so we're pretty excited about that. There's a couple other things that I can't talk about yet, but looking really good. And we're actually hoping to throw a couple different leagues here in Calgary. So like we had a League of Legends tournament a month ago, and we had a really great turnout for that. We had like 80 something people there. So we're gonna probably hold like an actual Calgary like League of Legends league. Have like basically online or like weekly events where they play their weekly matches, and then at the end of the season they'll be in the get their seedings for actual tournament.
Right.
So that's kind of cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah, that's incredible. Congrats on the big start.
Yeah.
Or have they been around for a while? I'm actually not too sure. I only heard about them myself through you. So maybe they've been around.
We've been around since basically like a month after I started the Calgary Halo.
Okay.
They've been around a little bit longer, but they hadn't really done anything until me and his name's Derek teamed up. So yeah, we didn't really do anything until we kind of got together and started planning like events other than the Halo events and stuff. So we're excited to keep moving forward and see where it takes us.
Awesome.
Bring that mouse pad that Derek promised me.
I haven't seen them. So
I'm in no rush.
yeah, no, they're nice pads, nice mouse pads.
I want a nice pad.
Yeah, me too.
The mouse pad that says "nice" on it.
The nice pad.
I imagine like massages your wrist or something.
Oh, that'd be
Or
nice.
have you seen like the one that's on the table there with like the wrist support on it?
Right?
Right. There's ones in Japan that's like
I've seen those.
It's
That's what I was
like
thinking of going.
It's like an anime girl. That's like her back and it's her butt. That's like where your wrist rests.
Oh,
on it.
There's this guy I went to post-secondary with who enjoyed sharing images on his Facebook that you probably shouldn't be sharing. But I think for like 3 hours he shared like 20 photos of different anime girl mouse pads.
That's fantastic.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them are front, some of them are back facing, but yeah, genius idea.
Like the V is like the legs up, like right in the middle.
Well,
Like
or
rest your.
No.
Rest your hands on it.
It's her pillowy lips that you rest your hand.
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
There's similar ones to that as well that are like pencil.
Viewer
and pen
discretion
holders.
is advised. Or
Yeah.
hearing impaired. I don't know.
So I recently just bought a new bed, and while I was researching,
Congratulations.
It's a bit of a
Actually,
big deal.
It's in the mail.
they tried to deliver it today, and I wasn't around to get it. So
They tried to
Wait,
put it in your mailbox.
They
We
tried
don't
to
want
deliver
to have
today.
yeah,
You told me it's in Winnipeg right now.
no, the mattress is in Winnipeg. The bed is in
Oh.
the FedEx store in Calgary.
Oh,
Near
okay.
the
I'm with-
airport, basically.
You should have called me. I don't have a key.
Well, they're probably gonna try again tomorrow, but
Come hang out on my front doorstep for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, they're gonna be here some between 8 and 8.
So while I was researching on which mattress to buy, this mattress it's called like I think the brand is Purple, and it's called like the Power Bed or something.
Is it purple, formerly known as pink?
I'm
It's a Prince
confused.
reference.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
But this Power Bed, it's a regular mattress except and it comes with the bed frame or whatever, and it's all motorized, and the back where your head is will come up, and you can control it with a remote. You can bend where your knees are, so it's sitting in like a lounger, and it has massaging and heating all throughout the whole thing, and it's like $3,000.
My grandma has
So
one.
that's
of
the
wait,
one you
those.
got
that's the
then?
one you bought?
No.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Yeah, that's
I was
what-
saying, I'm like, can I come
so
try
how,
it?
How much
Th-
money are you making right
I say
now?
this sounds like a Disney World ride. Like I want
Yeah.
to try it out.
I just noticed that. I noticed
Sponsor
it.
the podcast.
Yeah, I noticed it in my research.
Oh, nice.
I was researching which bed was best,
That-
and that one is the best, but not for the price.
Honestly,
Alright.
for beds, for me personally, sorry, I have to lay on it first. Like I have to go to a store and lay on it because like
See, that's the thing. I'm doing it the new bed buying way, which is factory direct, where it's free shipping and you get it for 100 nights and it's free returns. So if you don't like it, you just tell UPS or whatever, come pick it up, and then they'll refund you.
You just got a mattress every 100 nights.
yeah.
So
Like
so
does it
essentially
run
4
out, or
times
do you
a
have
year?
100 nights to choose which mattress you like?
I haven't gone through hundreds of nights on many mattresses yet. This is my first brand new mattress purchase ever.
I was excited when I did that when I first moved back to Calgary when I lived up in Red Deer.
Yeah.
So I was like, I've been laying on this mattress for like years, and I was like, I had to move, and I was like, I'm not moving this thing. It's old. It's stuck in this basement. I'll just leave it here and get a new. It feels pretty like you feel like such a grown up, and you're like, yeah, I just went out and bought a mattress and a whole bed frame. You're like,
Things are getting pretty serious now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, the whole getting to try it out in a showroom thing. In a showroom, you don't get to sleep on it, which is really what matters.
Yeah.
That's what you think.
That's true, I guess.
have you ever done one of those like night challenges where you try and hide in a place till you stay there overnight?
Haven't.
You should try it in a mattress place.
I absolutely should.
Just
IKEA.
bring a blanket in, just put it over you, just sleep. They just forget about you.
Have you done that?
No.
Oh.
Sounds fun though.
You could absolutely do it in IKEA.
that would definitely not be fun.
No.
So the
You'd
whole
be
idea is
scared
that it
stiff.
has to be a 24-hour store. You're not supposed to hide in there illegally.
Oh,
Well, you're
that's lame.
loitering, but I saw this kid do it once it was like a vlog or something where he did it in a Walmart.
Oh,
He just walked around to Walmart for like 24 hours, and occasionally took some products off the shelf and hid behind the shelf to sleep for a few hours. And he's like, now I'm in the gardening section. I'll probably be here for 2 or 3 hours, and I'll move on to the electronics section or something. And I'm like, this sounds like a miserable waste of 24 hours.
Yeah, when there was a huge thing like a couple months ago or a year ago when everybody was trying to make the toilet paper forts in the middle of Walmart and Target.
Yeah.
They'd all go in and they'd look around and pull out a bunch and then clear out a space out in the back of the toilet papers so that they could lay back there. And one guy had his whole vlogging computer back there, so
Oh,
he was
wow.
editing he's like, so I'm just editing my vlog. And he's got his laptop out while he's vlogging behind all this toilet paper. He's like, I've been here for an hour and a half. And then he at some point somebody pulls out one of the things and sees him, and he just kind of goes like this. And the woman's just like,
Turns the camera right towards her.
yeah. And the woman just kind of jumps back and grabs it and just goes away. Oh man, it's so funny.
I'm pretty sure there's a Malcolm in the Middle episode about that.
Really?
Yeah, about this guy that just slept in the grocery store that Malcolm and the mom worked at, and he just slept in the tents in the camping sections. I don't remember the guy's name, but the manager of the store, he saved his life on multiple occasions because he would choke on peanuts in midnight, and he just give him the Heimlich maneuver and just scurry away, and nobody could ever find him.
Yeah.
that eventually did get found out. But he would like pay for things and like leave change on the side and whatnot.
Wow.
It's a great show.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Lost?
No, not at all.
Great show. Great
Is
show.
it?
You won't watch the ending on that either.
No.
Got a pretty bad ending.
Yeah, when they finished Lost, people were pretty.
I can't wait for Game of Thrones
Yeah, that's coming up.
coming out next month.
I've been watching Pokemon Indigo League.
Oh, nice.
Top-notch stuff.
I watched-
I'm thinking about starting back over from like episode 1, season 1.
Yeah,
That's what I did. I'm
that.
on like
Like
episode like
OG.
11 or 12 now.
I did
Nice.
that when Pokemon Go came out.
Oh yeah.
I rewatched the whole thing, and I realized, another spoiler alert, if you haven't watched the first season of Pokemon,
The fuck's wrong with you?
he is
12 years old?
not a good Pokemon trainer.
Master?
He's actually horrible.
Yeah.
I didn't realize, like,
Then
as
he
a
learns
kid
it-
you were like, this guy's awesome, like, and then you realize when you watch it older, you're like, he just gets handed every one of his badges and then doesn't even win in the Pokemon League, like
I'm pretty sure he's never won in the Pokemon
No.
League, right?
no.
Yeah.
I was watching a video about that yesterday, actually, and they were like going through each season, and the last season that they just finished or whatever was the closest he ever got. He got to the finals and lost to the guy that he's lost to 3 times in a row, but it was the closest he ever got. I was like, really?
The show is just
Fantastic.
teaching kids like don't learn
Expect
from
failure.
You expect failure. Oh man.
I wanted to talk a little bit more about this Halo tournament. There was 3 teams total of 4.
Yeah.
And there was going to be a 4th, right? But there wasn't enough people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like we basically had 2 people show up that wanted to play, and then like they had a third, so we needed one more player. Then the third player was like, "Yeah, I can't make it anymore."
Oh.
So he had to leave. And we're like, "Oh, what the hell?"
And
Weren't you guys gonna do commentary on this stream?
Yeah. So unfortunately, Alex or twitch.tv/OPL_casting is he does all of our like.
feel free to plug him.
He's a really great caster and he does everything, but for some reason his setup wasn't working. But he was there. He got it all set up, all ready to go, and then his program just like completely failed and didn't work, so he couldn't cast anything. It was very disappointing.
I tried to Periscope a little bit, and like I did a Periscope of the winning team, and like just got a little tidbit out of each of them. Almost a tidbit out of Breton, who I was just like, "How was the game?" He's like, "I don't know, good." That was
Breton doesn't speak. He's a silent killer.
Yeah, but if you do go watch that, there's no audio.
Yeah, no, there was no audio, and I have no idea why. And then,
Really?
like, I tried to do, like, after I'd done that, I'm like, well, that was incredibly awkward. I don't want to do that again. So I just set up the live stream sort of facing along the computer so you could see both teams, but no. For some reason, they didn't put it up on the big screen.
Well, that was all because.
Oh, that was Alex.
Yeah.
Okay. But nevertheless, it was...
So you did end up streaming it though.
yeah, so if you go to my Twitter, you can Periscope, and that's it.
Feel free to plug your Twitter.
Oh, okay. So you streamed it through Twitter off your phone essentially.
Yes, that's what Periscope is. It's the Twitter stream.
Yes.
Did they like
Service.
Periscope was its own thing at one point?
It
wasn't
was
it
And
acquired.
then Twitter bought it.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, you guys almost came in first, right? Oh, it was a close game for sure.
Yeah. Very close.
I don't think any team ever broke halfway.
We did. It-
Did you?
Our,
What did you get? 27?
31.
Oh, you did get to 31.
31 to 50.
Against you guys,
What
or
was
like
our, what kind of excuse do we have for that?
Oh, that was probably on Mercy.
Was it? Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Well, just because
Yeah.
the map blows.
Yeah.
So
You're welcome.
You guys were merciful.
Yeah.
So your team was you two and 2 of your old friends, Steven, that you've played Halo life.
Yeah. Team Crab people.
Yeah.
yeah.
There-
Sorry
wha-
about that too.
Yes.
I was gonna ask why the name Crab People.
So when we were practicing the night before, I said,
Have you ever heard of the STD crabs?
I've heard of it. Yes.
That's all.
We shared
Okay.
it.
I think we were
acceptable.
playing.
Sharing's caring, after all.
I think we were playing Halo Anniversary,
Halo 1
Halo-
on Master Chief Collection.
Halo 1 on the Master Chief Collection,
Represent.
2v2s, and right near one of the final matches, who was I with? I was with you.
Yeah, it was you and me.
Yeah, we approached Steven and Devin from this like lower platform thing, and on their screens, as I turn the corner, my character's like crab walking. He's like glued to the floor, just floating along. And Yeah, that's where
Yeah.
crab people came
Like
from.
like, and you just see
Fantastic.
it like going like this, and like
yeah, his arms are moving a little bit, and
Yeah.
it's like, what the hell's going on?
Awesome.
Yeah, it was quite hilarious to see. We probably watched it 4 times after we like recorded that clip just to see what happened.
I remember a while ago, Steven was playing Master Chief Collection on my Xbox, and he saved clips while we were playing, and then sent him to himself to brag at his friends later.
We were at Alex's place for a party. This was a while ago, and everybody's in the hot tub enjoying themselves as I'm inside playing Halo instead. At one point, I get a perfection, and it was a dirty perfection, like against like a team of 4. I just run out like a door. I'm like, Alex, I got a perfection. It was beautiful, and just walk back inside and we're playing.
Hey, everybody else in the hot tub is like, the fuck is he on about? Like, what?
How's the hot tub though?
Warm.
Oh, that's good.
It was great.
that's when I squeezed the scum sponge.
That was.
Oh,
So,
what?
So in this hot tub, there's this.
So
Sponge.
actually, hold on. Let's rewind a bit.
Okay.
Spencer, how many sponges have you ever seen that are not absolutely disgusting?
Like right when you open it from the package, and then after that, it's
it's
Pretty gross,
yeah.
right?
yeah.
Would you ever squeeze a sponge like in something that you're wanting to be generally kind of clean?
No.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
Okay,
Continue,
so
Ben.
in this hot tub, there is a sponge that just sort of floats on the top and collects all the scum that floats on the top.
All the dead skin of the
gagging.
hair or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
Oh, yeah.
grossness, and I thought it was a pool toy, so I picked it up and squeezed it.
And, oh, it was bad.
Oh, that's so
and Rudy was there. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Well, my favorite part is that who is a pool toy in a hot tub?
It's like a rubber ducky or something. You know?
No, it was a red brick and like mesh. That's all it was.
Yeah, I didn't know what that was. I never grew up rich with a hot tub.
I just saw you playing
Probably
with it, and then you like picked it up and just started squeezing it lightly, and it just like clenched the whole thing and just like smushed it down.
So I'm
Damn it,
guessing
Ben.
that like if somebody has like sex in that hot tub, like everything gets collected.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
So it wasn't a scum sponge; it was a cum sponge.
Yeah.
share that too.
Did you wash your hands immediately after? You just hoped the chlorine would.
No, I just stayed in the tub. I didn't care.
Moral of the story, Spencer: don't get in a hot tub with Ben.
Oh,
Crab people.
crab.
we got drunk that night and made a rule because it was when was this? January? Yeah.
January.
And we made a rule that before you get into the tub, you have to jump into the nearby snowbank first to get
Oh,
super
absolutely.
cold, and then get
Re-
in and get
regardless of if you were in it earlier. So like if
Yeah.
you knew going in the snow, if you had to go to the bathroom in the snow, back in the tub.
Yeah. Well, did you guys ever do like when you were kids and like stayed at a hotel or
around?
something, and there's the hot tub right next to the pool, and you'd get in the hot tub, then jump into the pool,
Oh,
and it
yeah.
was freezing, and then
Yeah.
you'd just run back to the hot tub?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I kind of picture that as.
Wait,
When I was
freaking
young,
thing,
we
Ben.
couldn't afford hotels.
Well, sorry, just any.
How
We
about the
slept in the
public?
van.
Your
How about
local
the
public.
how about the public pool? Like
Yeah.
20 minutes from our house, that had a hot tub right beside the pool.
No,
Too expensive,
no,
too.
I haven't been in a long time now.
Shut up.
YMCA or whatever, or
That is a thing.
yeah, I think that's one.
Fun to stay there.
Yeah, I've heard. They made a song about it.
Propaganda. Anyways,
all
yeah.
the village people would go out to it.
I just like the wave pools and stuff.
Yeah.
Like here in Calgary, I haven't been to those in like years, and I was like thinking the other day, I was like, damn, I should really go.
They're not as much fun as you remember.
No,
I don't.
No, I was so sad. I went to, this doesn't mean anything to people outside Calgary, but probably the most famous one or the best one in Calgary is called Village Square. And my sister and her husband were going. They're like, "Yo, Steven, come with. It'll be fun." It's like, "Yeah, let's go." I think we spent like 40 minutes there, and we are like, "This sucks. Like, let's go home."
There's that one right off of like Acadia, I think it's.
Oh, that
called.
would be Southland Leisure.
Oh, that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Where it had like the big balls on the strings and you jumped in. Yeah, that was the one I used to go to as a child all the time, and all I remember is like, damn, that was so much fun.
Arguably, Village Square is better because it's larger and
Yeah.
there's better water slides.
I've never. been
Is
to
it
that
weird?
one.
Wait, is it Village Square with the jungle gym thing?
Yes.
It does have a jungle
Yeah.
gym thing. It also has a slide that goes outside. So you climb this tower, and then you enter the slide, and the slide repeatedly goes out and inside the tower, like
Oh,
outside.
That's cool.
Just circles around a bunch. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it's called the Thunder Run. It used to be called the Pepsi Thunder Run, and then
Then Pepsi stopped sponsoring it,
I guess.
like they did YouTube.
Yes.
Damn, shots
Bastards.
fired.
Please sponsor our podcast.
Yeah,
Please.
even like one of the leisure centers.
Yeah.
You can shout them out every time.
That's right.
Sponsor us.
Sponsor us Village Square. Give us free pool admission because we swim so much.
Maybe some jerky XP with that. sponsor.
Jerky for lunch.
10% off. I actually think it's 5% off if you use code Fragoute. No. Oh, whoops. Sorry.
Jerky XP is not an official sponsor of the Hastlecast podcast.
Just a Fragoute.
Edit it out.
Just cut it. Oh,
Just hard cut.
Hard cut. Just quiet for the next 10 minutes.
Get 5% off when you use offer code CUT. No
West
commissions
Ed
for
though.
you.
Damn.
West Ed has a dope water park.
That's
Yes.
true. That's true.
Big fan of West Ed.
I haven't been. I've only been there once.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we're all road tripping up there, getting Justin to come along, and
Yep.
We should do that.
friggin'
We should
it'll just
like,
be a
do
bunch
that
of
on the
adult
weekend.
dudes hanging out at the water park.
It's not
Playing
gay, I
Halo.
swear.
Playing Halo and going to the water park.
Oh boy.
They used to
Really fantastic.
have a bungee jump in the water park.
They still do.
I was saying last time I checked, they still do.
I think it is now a zip line.
Yeah, I've been to.
Oh, really?
There
Oh,
was a
that's
zip line when I was there,
Yeah. Well, when did you go?
like a year ago.
Yeah, it would be in zip line, but
Yeah.
That's
Heard
not
it.
The bungee one was way better. Except apparently, I don't know how much the zip line is. Apparently, the bungee one was like $100.
The zip line's like, I think it was 30.
Hmm.
It was still like, you're like, really for one run? But it was fun
Yeah,
to
I'd
do.
pay it.
Now
Yeah,
that
I
I'm
know.
older, I would do $100 for a bungee
Yeah.
jump into the water. That sounds dope. I don't think I'd spend 30 for a zip line though. Zip line's kind of blah to me.
I don't know. It was still fun. We're never doing it. You're like, oh, that was cool.
That was a thing.
It was a thing
my favorite
that we did.
my favorite water slide at West Ed is the one that's it's like a toilet bowl and you shoot down it and then you like go around the
Spin
bowl
around
and then it
the
bowl.
flops you out in
Tropical
the center.
typhoon.
I wanted to go on that
Yeah.
one so bad. It was closed when I went.
Oh, that sucks.
It is overrated.
It's my favorite. It's
I'm
the
glad
best.
Ben likes it more than me, but like a lot of people love it. I can't figure it out.
Is that the one with like the floor that kicks
Well, you
out
know, you
underneath
just go down and
Yes.
No.
No.
You mean the
No.
one where you stand in like the tube thing and then they drop
Yeah.
the floor out, right? Yeah, no, that's not this.
No, okay.
This is like a giant tube going down, and there's just a giant circular platform. You'll go around
Yeah.
the circular platform a few times before dropping through.
yeah,
the
it's like
It's a
bottom.
a
circular
center
cone.
plug almost. Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like a waterfall through the middle.
Yeah.
Of the giant.
sounds fun.
It kind of looks like a
lot of
goatsey,
fun.
if you're familiar with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
You look unfamiliar with the Goatse.
Man,
No way. Really?
yes.
Spencer,
Oh
what's
man.
When you're jerking off tonight, immediately go to that. Like,
I don't
otherwise, Steven, save it for safe word. That's your other option.
we could do that.
Are we doing quick intermittent safe word?
We might as
Sure.
well just do the whole safe word
hammer
thing
it out.
right now.
Well, do we want to keep talking about this water park or?
I said all I had to say.
Yeah. Was there anything about the Halo thing?
All right,
Kept
well,
jumping off that.
I'm gonna flip over one more thing for the water park. Those two ones where you have to like stand on the platform, they drop out from underneath you, are sick.
Yeah.
Those
Are
are a
they?
lot of fun because like there's like a countdown, or at least ones I did. It wasn't technically at West Side, it was somewhere else. They had a countdown that would go down. So like 4, 3, 2, 1, and then drop the platform out from underneath you, and you just like drop down the slide.
Yeah.
Except best part is that the timer wasn't actually representative of necessarily when the platform would fall.
Oh, really?
So when I was there's these two girls, and like one girl was almost like in tears. She was so scared to go on this slide. Friend's like, "Don't worry, you'll be okay. You go first." Da da da. And then the moment the door closed, she just turned to the ride tent. She's like, "Can I push the button to drop the platform?" The guy's like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" So like she's like knocking the door, like waving her friend, like, "Hey, don't worry, everything will be okay. Like wave to me, everything's fine." The moment the girl like lift her hand away, she drops her friend down the slide.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that's
Oh,
awesome.
man.
All right, let's do some safe word.
All right, Goatse.
Hold on. Safe word, for those who don't know, is the part of the show where we take terms and sentences off of Urban Dictionary and give our best shot at defining them.
This is not off Urban Dictionary though. This first one.
That's true.
Hey,
And
there-
we're
I
not
do
sponsored
have-
by Urban Dictionary, unfortunately.
I do have
Yeah.
the Urban Dictionary definition of it, but Steven can give the proper definition, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So as a
So-
mini round, Spencer, what's a
Spencer?
goatsy?
The Goatse.
Goatse.
All one word.
Okay. I'm guessing it's when that local farm boy is going at it with the goat and somebody sees it.
Who is
Okay.
this local farm boy?
I don't know. Somebody north of 7 in Ontario.
You want to explain north of 7?
Okay, so there's a province in Canada. If you're not familiar with Canada, it's kind of like a state. It's called Ontario. It's very large. It's the largest one. It's where Toronto is. There's this highway called
where the
north of,
capital
or
is.
this highway called Highway 7, and there's this apparent thing that if you live north of 7, you fuck goats. And I live just south of there, thankfully, and that's where I heard this, and so it kind of always just stuck. If you live north of 7, you fuck goats.
Okay.
There you go. So Goatse.
Can I say a story about it? First?
Yeah,
Go
absolutely.
for it.
Okay, so there's this kid. I moved out there when I was in grade 8, and there was this kid. I won't say his name or anything, but I would say he was bullied, but he was kind of odd in a sense. And people would ask him, "How was the goat today?" And every time he would just like laugh and be like, "Screw you guys." Until one time someone in the middle of class was like, "So how was that goat today?" And he's like,
Shoots
"It was
up
a
the
little
school.
bit." It was a little bit weird. I think it was actually a horse.
Oh god.
Yeah. That was the oddest moment in the middle of class.
Yeah.
We all started laughing, but I was like, "Oh damn."
I have a similar story to that, but we'll define the word first.
Steven.
It is when, or technically, the Goatse is a man on the internet who took a picture of himself bending over and stretching his rectum to the size of a dinner plate.
That's horrible.
Oh, it's so
Like
funny.
his hands are in his anus and pulling
yeah,
it apart
like you could like tickle it
Oh.
like this.
Did you ever hear about that video? One man, one jar.
Yes,
I've heard of it. I never watched
And
it.
the guy put a jar in his asshole, and then it broke,
Oh,
Yeah.
and so he had
God.
shards of glass and a broken jar in his ass. It's on YouTube. It's disgusting.
It's on YouTube?
Maybe not YouTube.
No, there's
but,
no way that's on YouTube.
But it was somewhere on the internet, and it was disgusting.
Goatse is like a. Oh man, when would that first been a thing? 90s, early 2000s. I remember it was very popular to send that as a chat message in Counter-Strike chat, and a lot of people. It exists before Counter-Strike, to my knowledge. But yeah, go look it up. It's a fun time.
I'm not going to do that. But anybody who's listening, check it out. Leave in the comments.
I
what
used a
you
photo
think.
of it.
I used.
Oh.
Did you actually look it up?
Oh.
No, he didn't.
Come on, it's not.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Here's a fun one for you.
Yeah.
It's like an arch and like stonework, and like the hands are like trying to spread it apart.
Yeah, dude, that's like the famous image of like
Yeah.
the Goatse is the two hands.
Yeah.
Here's a phone for you. I used to have this girl's number, and the one text I'd sent her for more than a year was just a picture of Goatse.
Like it's your yearly thing. You just send her one.
No, it was just like she straight up asked for my number, and she's like, "Oh yeah, like we should exchange numbers." And she's like, "Can you send me Goatse? I want to send it to somebody else." So just like the one text I ever sent her was a picture of Goatse. I never sent her one other text.
Oh, I see. It wasn't just out of the blue. It's just
No, yeah, it
Hey,
was.
how's it going? Goatse.
It's an emoji.
Check
in your
this
phone.
out.
Oh, please make a Goatse emoji.
Yes.
That would be great.
I don't use emojis. I would use a Goatse emoji.
Well, isn't there like an emoji movie now as well?
Yeah.
Imagine
Yeah,
that
it's
being in a
coming
movie.
I'm actually gonna
Tear it
use
open.
I'm gonna make one that's just the two fists. Anytime you
It's-
see that, you know what it is.
Just like, here's John.
Here's
no.
Goatse.
The similar like bullied kid story that I had.
Was it about you?
It wasn't.
Oh.
But I believe it was either it was probably high school. We were at one of the local climbing centers here in Calgary for gym class, doing some rock climbing. And the one kid, we'll just call him
Doug.
like I'm sitting next to him, and one of the call outs that you're supposed to do when you need somebody to take up the slack in your rope when they're belaying you is take. So you yell take, and the person will take up the slack, and you can like yell it if you're falling or something, and then they'll arrest your fall. But when the person explained this kid's just like, take. And me and my friend just look at him, we're like, what the fuck?
It's great. Having that story, I was trying to go through my mind, like, who could this potentially be? Who could this potentially be? And the moment you were like, take, I was like, oh, I know this story.
Oh, so you know who I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah. Anyway, that was my bullied kid story. Or strange kid, I should say. He wasn't really bullied.
Yeah, I don't think so. Not too much.
Yeah, the kid that I was talking about, he was strange, and just the way he would comment on things just made it worse for himself.
Yeah. So, all right, let's continue with safe word, I guess. Safe word. What's
Yeah.
next?
Your next safe word, mainly for Spencer, because of his amazing vertical video skills. What is fidget spinner, according to Urban Dictionary?
It's when some kid plays with his asshole. and that's what he just does. And like you think he's itching his ass, but it's called he's just a fidget spinning his asshole.
Okay.
Fidget spinner is when what's that thing?
Goatse.
No.
Are you thinking of meat spin?
I was thinking meat spin, but that's not what's crossing my
Leak
mind.
spin?
It's the helicopter one.
Doomcopter.
It's when you doomcopter, but you're like an ADHD kid, and like and he can't sit still and do the doomcopter. So
Oh, can I change mine?
Go for it.
Okay, it's since this is my new favorite word thanks to your last podcast, it's when you can consistently gronk somebody. Like you can do it like a backflip and gronk them, but you can do it like multiple times. Your spin is just consistent.
oh, I see.
Yeah. So you like jump and you hit them 5 times before you put your feet back on the ground.
Yeah, I get you.
How
Fidget gronker.
do you compete with this?
While I'm waiting for you to think, I'm going through my emojis to see if I can make a goatse.
Do like 2 fists and a hole in the middle, or like an O? Or
Yeah,
0?
but there's like the fists all point one direction, kind of. They either point to the right or up.
What if you did it like an up and down?
Alright, so a fidget spinner is kind of like a variation of... Dude, I got nothing. A fidget spinner... You know how it's, they say that somebody's wrapped around somebody else's little finger?
Yeah.
So it is when... It's kind of like another phrase for that, but instead of just meaning that like one person's in complete control... Or okay, yeah, this is what we'll do. So one person in complete control, but the other person like really enjoys it and like pretty much bends over backwards to appeal to the other person.
All
That
right.
person has a fidget spinner, and the fidget spinner is the person wrapped around their finger.
I get you. Good job.
Your
That one
answers
sucks.
were way better. All of yours were. I was mainly doing that one to make fun of Spencer and his vertical video skills.
You're welcome for that.
It literally just says a pacifier for the hands. The definition.
Well, shoot.
Yeah.
Sucks on stuff with their hands.
No,
Yeah.
it's soothing. That's the point. Is that it's like it's something to fidget with, so you have something to do with your hand and just like.
You ever
relaxing.
see the movie The Pacifier?
Yes, with Vin Diesel.
Yeah,
I did. I think I saw it in theaters.
Great.
that's a funny movie.
No, it is not.
Vin Diesel's never made a bad movie, okay?
He beat up Boy Scouts. Well, he didn't. He trained the girls too. Trained the Girl Guides.
You used to have like these like There's no good way of saying this, but I'll say it anyway. You used to have like soothing balls for your hands.
Yep, like
I
the
still
metal.
have
The
those.
metal.
I
Yeah.
gotta find those. Yeah, they're called Harmony balls. I bought them in a store in Chinatown in Calgary, and
Racist.
So those are kind of like pacifiers for the hands.
I guess
Yeah.
I
You
guess
just get balls that suck, or you suck balls with your hands.
they're either
Okay.
really good for carpal tunnel syndrome or they cause it.
I'd say I
It's
cannot
one of the
imagine that
two.
would help.
Yeah, it's one or the other. But yeah, one of them makes a high pitched chime with a little bell inside, and the other makes a low pitch, and you fondle them in your hands, and it makes a nice harmony. That's what my harmony balls are. I gotta find those. Anyway, what's next?
I was gonna say something about the pacifier, but I don't remember what it was now. Damn.
Like sucking on them.
Yeah, probably. What is Dadalicious? DADALICIOUS.
Well, I'm gonna take the cop out answer before somebody else does. It's a really hot dad bod. That
Okay.
person is dadalicious.
I was gonna say it's Fergie's dad.
Fergie's?
Fergalicious? Fergie? Dad?
What's a dad bod, Steven?
Steven is a dad bod.
Am I a dad bod?
You got a dad bod
You got a
going.
pretty good one.
Well, word.
Basically,
If girls
So
out there
it's-
like the
it's-
dad bod, hit me up at Steve on Twitter.
Dadalicious? I think it's when an older gentleman goes to the club looking to pick up on some girls, and he wears like pimp ass clothes.
Mesh shorts
Yeah.
with no underwear.
assless chaps.
All right.
You did ask what's a dad bod, and a dad bod is basically, it's an attractive body for a man, but it's not physically fit. So it's like
Yeah.
not quite a beer gut, but it's like there's some weight to the man.
As well, like just because they have that doesn't mean they're out of shape or like
Right.
weak or anything. Because like I know a couple guys that have dad bods and they're like fucking huge,
Yeah.
jacked.
Exactly. Go ahead.
Dadalicious, Stephen Morris got it. A dad or father that has managed to stay hot, hip, happening, and relevant despite his children's claims that he has no game.
So no father ever.
Pretty much.
And
I really want to approach my dad and say, "Hey, Dad, how are you?" And just him respond with, "I'm happening."
I'm happening.
I'm hip, cool, and happening.
I got one.
You got one? All right. I got one more, and go. You can do yours first.
Paris pullout.
Really?
That was the same one
Really?
you got?
No. I saw that earlier. I'm like, this one's stupid. I'm not gonna do it.
Paris pullout.
Well, then I can't do. Oh, well,
No, do it anyway. It's
Okay.
fine. It's fine.
The Paris pullout.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what this is. You know what the Eiffel Tower is?
Yeah.
Sex move. It's when you're spit roasting a girl and you high five your friend on the other side of the girl. You're making an Eiffel Tower.
Oh.
So a Paris pullout is when you're in the Eiffel Tower position and you have to pull out because you're finishing.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think.
Can I ask how offensive the definition is?
It's not.
It's not okay.
According to Alex, it's dumb. So
No, I was
What do you mean
legit.
that it's dumb lit?
I was slightly scared that we might have to edit it out, but if you're saying like not at all, then I guess it's fine. The Paris pullout is
edit you out.
Damn.
Rip.
shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
Kind of hard in a podcast.
Don't look at him in that tone of voice.
Shut your bum when you talk to me. I had someone say that to me when I was playing
Clench
Halo
when
with
you're
them
talking
once.
to me.
I was like, "Shut your bum!" Like what?
I know your bum opens for me, but
You gotta clench that shit.
It's like Goatse,
prevent the Goatse.
Shut it. All right, the Paris pullout. Everybody knows that in Paris, it's a very romantic city.
it is. I haven't been.
Did you not stop there?
No, we didn't go to Paris.
Oh, well.
That was on the list, but instead we went to Italy.
All right, so the Paris pullout is when you are. Oh, okay. So it is when a religious couple goes to Paris. They want to do the deed for the first time.
What's the deed?
Okay.
Sex.
The sex at Paris. Okay.
Making the intercourse
except,
love.
Except partway through, because they're in the most romantic state. They're like, this is what couples do here. We need to take part in this. Partway through, though, they feel guilt from like all their religious burdens they've had over the years, and so they pull out and cry themselves to sleep instead.
In Paris?
In Paris.
In Paris.
You already know what it is, but do you want to make a guess that's like out of
Obtuse?
Yeah.
Or would you rather obtuse or acute?
Actually adjacent.
Jason? Okay.
Tangential.
Hypotenusal?
What about like sine cos tan?
Yeah.
Sokotoa? Make it Sokotoa.
Trig jokes. I missed you.
Should be
Half of those
180
didn't make
degrees apart.
sense. Don't be
Big
like,
jokes are classy, and we're all about class on the Hastlecast.
Absolutely. The Paris pullout.
Hastlecast class.
Yeah. There you go. New shirt coming soon.
Hastleclass.
The Paris pullout is when
Alex buries his nose in it.
No. I have a direction I want to go with this, but also it's like I can do better than this.
Try your best.
Time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of nose in it, I have a story about that, but I don't know if it's too crude.
There's no such thing as too crude.
Okay.
We just described the Goatse on the podcast.
True. Sometimes, yeah, but sometimes you just don't know. You just don't know when you've crossed that line. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
We're all about
Well,
pushing the
Well,
boundaries.
while you're
We have no line, or if we do, we continuously move it and like redraw it, and it's very crooked and bent and
kind of like
obtuse.
when our voices are going up and down on the audio
yeah.
track.
That-
Okay.
I wasn't
that's
gonna
the
say
line.
crooked and bent like Alex's penis.
that too.
Well,
Not that I've seen that.
No,
this
you
is
just got the
put me
ask
in a
you.
weird position between you guys. So,
Go ahead with your crude comments.
okay, so I have this friend who tells me too much.
Okay, this is too much. This is disgusting.
Okay, but anyways, my friend, I'm gonna call him
Doug.
Jason.
Ben.
Jason.
Oh, shoot.
Jason told me one time when he was having sex with his girlfriend, they like did 69, and it was the first time he ever did it.
Cool.
And he's got a long pointy nose.
I thought you were gonna say he has a long pointy dick.
No,
It's like a pencil.
He has a long pointy nose.
long pointy nose.
Yeah.
So he's like, he went down to 69, and he like had his eyes closed. Then he realized his nose was digging right into her ass. And yeah, that was the last time he ever seen it. He jumped up immediately, and it was just like, nope, can't do it.
Wait, so
I'm not made for this shit.
was he on top or bottom?
On top,
Oh, he was on top.
yeah.
Because you said jumped up immediately. I'm like, damn, that's kind of hard.
Maybe he didn't explain that much information, but I'm guessing the way he explained he was on top.
Okay, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. But like, damn. Did on the nose. That sucks.
Alex is okay with it.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Anyway,
What is the definition?
Paris pullout. For me, the Paris pullout is when you're playing online video games with somebody and everybody else on your team pulls out, but you're the only one left to play against another team.
you're the only one who didn't surrender.
Pretty much. So it's like in Paris when the Nazis invaded them, all of them bailed. That's what it is in online video games,
Okay.
which is what it's referred to
I'm
more
glad,
now.
Get behind that.
I'm glad we've hit all avenues.
Yeah.
Brown noser.
Okay, so the Paris pullout. When you are having really great sex with the woman
knew
of
it.
your dreams, but then decide at the last minute to pull off and go jerk off with your tiny little hands and shoot your dusty, clumpy load onto an American flag instead, so no one has as awesome and huge orgasm as you.
Right? Right? It's a crap word.
That's talking about Obama, isn't it? I
I don't know.
think it is.
I think he's talking about this Trump after Obama. Or the president after Obama.
Nah, it's 100% Obama with the tiny hands.
Sure, it wasn't Trump in his tiny hands and pulling out of the Paris deal.
Rumpf.
Trump.
Anyways, yeah, I thought it was funny.
That was funny.
Not bad.
All right, what's next, Alex?
What's your guys' favorite superhero?
Green Lantern.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to say Iron Man.
Steven?
Spider-Man.
All right, all incorrect. The correct answer is Batman.
Oh, okay.
So
Not very super.
he's a man,
He's
though.
not very. Oh, dang it.
It's not very manly either.
So your next definition is going Batman.
So when you
Or-
suck as a person and think you're cool though, and like everybody looks up to you just because you're rich, but you actually don't really have any skill or anything special about you.
It's when you think you're so much better than everybody else that you can go around just beating the living shit out of everybody and go and tell the police, hey, put a light
But
up.
you're white, so you get away with it.
Yeah, or that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
When you have a traumatic childhood experience and grow up to be a bully that doesn't murder people with guns.
This went in complete opposite direction from where Alex thought.
Yep. It may or may not have.
When you wish you were Green Lantern, but instead you got money instead of power.
There was a point that Batman did get Green Lantern's power rings and did things with it as well.
I thought that was just a fan art.
No, it was a comic book actual thing.
I think he's done a lot.
Batman can survive in space for like 30 seconds without like oxygen or shields or whatever you want
I
to
think
call it.
most humans can.
Yeah.
Don't think so.
I think you have
I
like
think it's closer to 5 seconds.
I said I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. I can't remember what
Like
it
as
is.
soon as you exhale
Yeah.
or anything.
Yeah,
like,
the
if you
pressure
hold your
changes,
breath, you
yeah.
can survive for
But-
like 50 seconds or something.
But
I
the
wanna
part
look
is
this
that's
up.
like freezing cold.
Yeah.
Like
right. So you
Then-
can't do anything.
your body just goes into like immediate shock. Not saying I've been there, but it sounds
Yeah, you know.
amazing.
Did it last week. Going Batman is taking on the nightlife after taking care of business all day. Dude,
Batman's
he's
pretty
just a guy.
solid.
He's just a guy with gadgets. Okay, he's
So
literally
is Iron
Iron
Man.
Man.
It was Inspector Gadget.
Batman is cool.
Yeah.
Okay, for real, we need to rewind. But Batman is cool. Superman blows though.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
I can't believe they even give him the title of man. Technically, it's like super alien.
For Kryptonian.
Who's your favorite from the Justice League, other than the people you guys just listed?
Green Lantern.
Like you're sticking with those answers? I know
if
Spider-Man.
Justice
I was
League-
gonna say
Spider-Man
I
wasn't.
didn't. I'd actually probably say Batman.
Wonder Woman, just because of her invisible jet
Logic, I like it.
and what they did with it on Family Guy. You never saw that episode where
I
she
don't-
was
I
like,
don't watch
I did
Family
see
Guy.
that
okay,
episode.
okay,
yes.
so there's this episode of Family Guy where they're like, they refer to her and then they go to her and she's like in her ship, like reading a paper or something, and Superman comes up. He's like, "Hey, Wonder Woman." She's like, "I'm in the bathroom."
Oh.
Ha 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 ha.
Hilarious.
It was funny.
15 seconds is how long a typical astronaut without a spacesuit
A
could
typical
survive.
ass can survive in space.
Yeah. No, an ass would be stubborn and not die.
Batman can do like double that or something.
Wow,
I don't know.
that's
His-
incredible.
He's
His
amazing.
comics.
Good thing he was trained as a ninja on a mountain.
Right?
I think he did a lot of hallucinogens up there.
Yes.
Okay, so here's a question then. Maybe he's just high from the hallucinogens up on the mountain, and he's never actually fought anybody. He's actually like in an insane asylum, Arkham Asylum, just psychotic from all the drugs he did up in the mountain in China.
Isn't that a fan theory? Not the always high part, but
That wasn't a question.
Kind of a question.
yeah. What if he was just high
Yeah.
the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
What if it'd be hilarious?
But
See it all happening.
But isn't that like a famous fan theory that Batman's actually the insane one and he's in Arkham the entire time? And I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
Probably.
I don't know.
I don't know. I
can't
actually
confirm.
hate Justice League and DC in general.
Have you guys seen Wonder Woman?
I have not.
I
I
have
want
not.
to. I want to.
Want to?
I think I'm seeing
No?
it tomorrow night with Sarah.
Not so. I shouldn't say I hate, but like compared to, I like Marvel better.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And Marvel, even just their like movies.
Well, Marvel did a great job at building it up.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yes.
Because like in like the ending cutscenes of like the first Iron Man movies, there was like Thor's hammer,
Right.
and like Hulk was hinted at, and like a couple of people like hinted at like the after credit scenes. And found like the next movie that was released was their movie, and then you figured out how that ending credit scene happened for the most part in all of them. Then all of a sudden the Avengers happened, and they were already all in the same universe and together.
Yeah.
And then DC's just gone. Here's Superman. Here's Batman. They hate each other and fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Batman, I guess the Teen Titans crew in general, the Teen Titans crew for DC is pretty sick. Other than that, I pretty much
Yeah, I
hate
like the
everything
Teen
else about
Titans.
DC. Like, I don't
I don't
really
like
care
the
about
new
it.
Teen Titans. I like the old Teen
Oh,
Titans.
yeah.
Teen Titans Go.
Yeah.
Did you see
Yeah.
the bit? It was in the new Teen Titans where they show like the new Teen Titans characters a clip of the old show. The Teen Titans characters are like, whoa, this looks way better than the stuff we do. Like, we just make stupid jokes that nobody laughs at. Like, why can't we be like these guys? They look so much cooler. Like,
No,
it's like,
I
oh,
don't
this is
see
really
that.
funny.
Old Teen Titans were dope.
Yeah.
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 So one more topic I wanted to talk about before the end of the show, because we're about an hour now, minus setup times. The escape room that we did this weekend.
Oh yeah.
If you live in Calgary and ever want to experience confined escape rooms, cabin fever, go ahead and skip the rest of the podcast, or go do it and come back and listen.
The name of the company is Confined Rooms, right?
Confined escape rooms, yes.
Okay.
And the one we did was called Cabin Fever, and it was the best escape room I've done of the few that I've done.
It was my first one. I had a blast.
Yeah, it was your first one.
We were all hanging out here at Ben's house on, was it Friday night or Saturday?
Saturday.
Saturday night. We were all a couple drinks in, and it's like 9:30. It's like, screw it, let's do something. It's like, oh, let's do this escape room. Why not? And we like called up one of them. It's like, okay, cool. They got an opening at 10:30. Or finished the game we were playing and our drinks and just drove right up there and got in right away.
Yeah, it was awesome. The sort of setup for this one was that, like, the story was that you're two sets of people, each in their own cabin, and you all have to escape the forest. So the way they had built it was there was two rooms beside each other, and they were both connected to one room that was decorated like a forest, and then that room had a door, and that was the door you had to escape.
Right.
And you could communicate with each other with a radio. So there was 3 people in one room, 3 people in the other. Like, one of the things with the radio is that if you're both talking, neither of you will be able to hear each other.
Lovely.
So you definitely have to use words like over to, like, get around that. But there were some interesting moments in it. So in our room, I was in a room with Alex and another guy, Julian, and Steven was in the other room with Nick and Sarah.
Right.
And in our room, there was a little stove. In Alex and I's room, there was a little stove. And eventually we found a pair of bellows for the stove. So it's like, okay.
Which is like a hand pump almost to push air into the stove.
Yeah.
For those that don't know what bellows are.
Right. So we put 2 and 2 together. Great. In their room, they had a mounted deer head that was all rotten and decrepit. It had maggots on it and stuff. And it had a tongue that was sticking down a little bit. And as Alex was pumping the bellows, the tongue was shooting down on their room. So Alex starts pumping, and all of a sudden over the radio, I hear just like, ah, the tongue! Why is the tongue? Yeah, it was insane. And I'm like, Alex, stop. He stops. I'm like, okay, is anything happening? And Steven was on the radio. He's like, no, nothing's happening anymore. I'm like, okay, Alex, go. And he does it, and then just more screams over the radio. Like, it was hilarious.
No, the worst part is that they started. We're like, whoa, like the tongue, we need to get it. And then Nick goes and starts playing with it, and then they stop on the other hand, which jams his hands into the mounted head. So he's like, oh, like my hands hurt now. So we're like, keep going. Like, what are you doing? And they go again, and they immediately stop. We're like, what the like just and it's just like back and forth. Every single time we're like, hey, keep going. It would go for like half a second longer than stop. We're like, why do they keep stopping? Like, we don't get it. Like,
yeah, Alex was doing a continuous stream though, so I don't know. At least I think you were.
First a little bit kind of pain in the ass because we were trying to figure out what was happening.
Right.
And when you guys were shouting the tongue,
yeah,
we had no idea what you were on about.
So
It's
the-
like,
yeah.
so if you pump
Well,
it
so
once,
they-
does that open it, or like,
Yeah.
did we have to keep going and we didn't know for how long to keep going?
yeah.
So this tongue would come down, and there was a word or a letter combination lock on it.
Okay.
So you had to do that to pull the tongue out, and there was a key attached or something like that.
Right.
It was a really interesting.
That's
thing.
really cool. I've done a couple escape rooms. I did one in Red Deer, and it was probably the coolest one I've ever done. It was basically the mafia has captured you
Yeah.
and put you in basically like one of those like freezers, like, and lock the door. So it's cold in there, and then also they've put a bomb in the restaurant with you. So when we went and did it, this was like 3 months ago, so I'm guessing like 3 years ago, so I'm guessing they don't even have that one up anymore.
Right.
But so basically, we got out of the room fine, and we like walk out, we're like, yeah, we did it. And the guy comes up, well, did he defuse the bomb? What? It was like, so we all had to like run back into the room.
Man.
And like we had like literally, it was like one of those moments where you have like 10 seconds on the clock before
Cut the
like,
red wire.
Yeah, and they're like, which wire do we cut? And it's like this little thing on the side, it's like green, like all these green dots. I'm like, I'm cutting the green one, and I cut it, and it like stopped at like 5 seconds, and we all just like, whoo.
Fuck that! I would have run away.
That's what we were all thinking. We're like, well, why do we have to stop the bomb? We're out of this place. We're running.
Cool guys don't look back at explosions.
That's true.
Yeah,
Right? Just gotta walk away.
that's what I was thinking. But they didn't appreciate that, so apparently I had to go back in and cut the wires.
Do you want to describe the bear trap that was in your room?
Yeah, sure. So we had a giant bear trap hanging on our wall. That when the tongue lowered, there was a key attached to it that was strung up through the lock. So we had to undo the lock for the tongue first, and then from there we could get the key. The key unlocks the bear trap, and then you have to push in on the bear trap to unlock our door to get out of the first room.
Push on the plate that
These are two. It's not even like a light touch where like you kind of just like punch it. It seems like there's like no movement there. It's like no, like Nick went just straight like just punched it and just like to finally get it to release. So
Now
it was gangst.
Nick's coworker.
That reminds me of like a Saw moment.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if I'd tell him what you're about to say, Ben.
Why?
For like spoilers for future ones. No.
It's gonna be for that one.
Yeah.
I believe.
Okay.
So Nick's coworker started this locked room company, and so Nick gets to see some of the stuff that he works on occasionally, and
Like some of the props and
yeah,
all that stuff. Yeah.
and I think they're just replacing that bear trap with one that closes halfway. So when you push the thing, it closes halfway on your hand, but doesn't quite get you.
Oh.
And then similarly, but less impressively, in Alex and I's room, to open our door, we had unlocked a blender, and in the bottom of the blender, right in the center between the blades that were down there, was a red button. And you have to hit the red button on the top and the button on the front, and that unlocks our door. So I'm just putting my finger straight down, totally clear of the blades, to hit the button just in case they turn on. I knew they wouldn't, but you still want to be cautious.
It would have been way scarier for us if there was a way that the blender could have been turned on.
Right.
But like before you open it up, and as soon as you opened it, like the circuit closed or whatever, the circuit opened.
Right.
So you couldn't.
That would be
Like,
awesome.
do you know what I mean? So like as soon as you open it up and you could access the blades, it couldn't turn on anymore.
Right.
But until then, the blades would be either continuously running or like if you move something, they would turn on.
Oh, if it was continuously
just to-
running and we had to yell at each other over it, that'd be dope.
That would
pain in
actually
the
be
ass.
cool, just for like as soon as you get in the room,
Yeah.
it's running.
It adds panic to the situation.
Yeah, like why is it going?
Yeah. Another thing that was in Alex and I's room was this little TV, and it was like an old 40s tube TV,
Yeah.
And coming out of the top of it was a copper tube that was all twisted around.
Yeah.
And we, on one side of one end of the copper tube going into the TV was a rod with a loop, and you had to move this, and it was made of copper, I think, as well, or some metal.
Yeah, it was another conductive metal, basically.
Yeah, you had to move it without touching it, move the loop along the copper tube without touching it to the other side to complete the circuit, and that would open a drawer. And we're all too incompetent to do it, so Alex and Julian found a workaround.
Yeah. So like incompetent, and then you say our workaround, which means that we weren't incompetent because there was a workaround.
Right.
But yeah, we all three of us tried it. We were all getting frustrated. We were trying to like insulate the inside of the copper so like we didn't have to worry about it. And you're like bending your arms in weird directions and get knocked, and we all kind of gave up. And then finally we did. I don't know. Do you care about saying what the workaround was?
No, not at all.
Do you care? No?
I've told people. I did a spoiler alert.
Yeah. Okay. So basically we went up. We hit the end bit, or hit the wire. So it's like whatever buzzing essentially, and the circuit was closed and the door was locked. Went all the way to the finished, and there were batteries in the room. Then we just connected the start to the rod to the finish. So then just completed the circuit like that, and then like the drawer popped open.
Wow.
So instead of like needing to actually do it, you can just go and skip the entire thing if you do deal with the buzzing of it.
Yeah, it was pretty clever.
So incompetence, I think not.
Always get a lazy man to figure out a way to do the job.
Yeah.
Or problem solving. I mean,
Absolutely.
I'd say that there's an old famous thing of you don't want necessarily the smartest workers, you want the laziest workers because they'll find the most efficient way to do a job.
Yeah, they'll find the easiest way. But anyways, yeah, it was an awesome locked room.
You guys are missing my favorite part of that, though, is when they first gave us the walkie-talkies. And so they split us into two groups, and they took one group in first, then took the second group in.
Yeah.
They took the first group in, just immediately it was like they were supposed to be more courageous groups, like more scary stuff might happen to them. And the moment they walk away, just like walkie-talkie in, just like, don't worry, daddy's coming.
So, Alex, our group was the most courageous one, right?
I think so.
Okay, so there was nothing scary in our
I was going to say, they definitely split it, so then the least courageous group, quote-unquote, went to the
one where the random tongue came down off the wall and the bear
They did do
trap.
the banging on the door for you guys, though, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that was just to let us know it was going to start.
They put,
I wouldn't say that.
No, they put you guys in your room.
Yeah.
And then they waited a little bit, and then eventually, like, the lights started off, and then the lights turned back on, and you could kind of see your stuff. And then wait a little bit, and then they banged on your door. And then a little bit later, they banged on ours. Because I'm pretty sure I heard them bang on yours.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought they would just bring two employees in there and have one person bang on each door.
Yeah. I don't think so.
No,
I think it was the same one, just a little bit later.
Yeah. When the guy put us in our room, he was explaining the rules and stuff, like don't tear up the floorboards. And I asked him, I'm like, okay, so when you leave to go get the other group, are we allowed to search the room? And he's like, well, the lights are going to be off, so you can try. I'm like, okay, whatever. He turns the lights off. I immediately just start ripping drawers out of cabinets and stuff, like checking the bottoms as much as I can.
Yeah.
You know, in our room there was a TV as well, so there was a little bit of light coming in. So we were like holding things up to the TV, like trying to see if there's a number on it or anything.
Anyways, it was a great time.
I
highly would recommend. Now that you got the walkthrough right here, I suggest you go and do it, Spencer, and tell us your opinion.
Maybe.
The answer to the riddle is moon.
Got it. So have you guys ever been to that flying squirrel here in Calgary?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've really wanted to go do that.
It's fun.
That
good.
looks so much fun.
Yeah. You get tired very quickly.
Have you ever been on a trampoline before?
Yes.
These ones are like 4 times stiffer than a normal trampoline. Like if you want to jump on these, you put in like a lot of effort into your jump.
Yeah, especially if you want to get some air or anything outside of just like bouncing a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't doubt if most like quote competitive trampolines were like that for like Olympics and stuff, but just like as somebody who had a home trampoline that like was super low, so you like barely put in any effort and you're jumping up and down. Yeah, when Ben told me, he's like, oh yeah, I've been to that place, it's exhausting. I was like, you are the most unfit person I know if you find jumping on a trampoline exhausting, because I could jump on one for hours and like not feel anything. But these ones is like, we're like jumping across and like we're only there for a few minutes. I'm like, I'm tired, this is ridiculous, dude. Like,
but no,
there's a cool obstacle course as well in there.
Yes,
of like things you got to climb over and monkey bars and whatnot. And there's like a spider wall. How it's like, I don't know.
You guys go
I don't know how far apart you want to call it.
We should go.
Go.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's essentially 2 walls like quite far apart, but you get a running start. you jump, and then you just like stick to the either side, like hands and feet on either side.
Is it kind of like that Ninja American Ninja Warrior?
A little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you got to shimmy your way across, and you drop down, go underneath this thing, and then up and over a rope ladder, and across monkey bars, and
No,
it's
okay,
cool.
so I don't know how many of you guys watch, but like Optic Gaming, they had this sponsor last year, or they still have the sponsor, but last year, every week or 2 weeks, they had to make like a video of them doing something like competitive between all their players and people at their house. So they did this thing where, like, I think it was for a month or all summer, they had different blow up, like, obstacle courses in their backyard of their mansion.
Yeah.
And freaking some of them just looked like so much fun. Like they had 1 week they had like one of those ones where you have to like run and stick yourself to the wall.
Oh, like a Velcro wall.
Yeah. And then another one they had like the bull riding, and then one of them was where like one person stands on one little like podium and the other one stands another, and they like fight with the stick.
Yeah.
Those are
I've
sick.
done that
And
before.
I'm like, damn, I wish I could rent one of those out and like just like totally like have like 10 people and have like a little tournament of like who can stay on the longest.
That would be awesome.
Have you ever done the? I don't know. Last time any of you guys were in a bounce castle. Have you guys ever done the giant boxing gloves one though?
Yep.
No.
Those can
Done
be
that one.
fun. It's like these things are probably like 7-8 pounds each at least, but they're just like gigantic boxing gloves. So like they don't really hurt if you get hit, but it feels like you're getting hit with like a truck or something. Like you'll fall flat immediately when you get smoked with one, but it doesn't really hurt.
Yeah.
Those can be really fun.
Otherwise, what could be cool to get is the big balloon soccer ball things that you can stand inside.
Yeah,
And
that's
then-
what I was just about to
And
say.
you can either run around in them, or I've seen people play soccer in these things and just like tackle each other and like throw
I
each
have
other
played
around.
soccer
Yeah.
with a 6-foot ball.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
No, it's like it's like a
are-
ball that like basically you put over yourself.
yeah, like
Oh,
it's like those
I've done that
hamster
too.
wheel ones,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I did that in
Cool.
high school one time at a pep rally.
Well, so there's the different kinds. There's the ball that you like stand inside that is like a hamster ball, and there is the one that you're like inside the sphere almost, but
Yeah,
you
it's like a
can't
donut.
move inside. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like you're sealed in except for like your
The top and
calves.
Oh, so
There
you're
you
not
go.
talking about like the rolling ones. You're talking about just the giant padding suits, pretty
Yes.
much.
Yes,
Oh,
but
okay.
the giant padded balls essentially. I don't know. I'll show
Do
you
that
a
with a
photo
giant
after.
6-foot soccer ball.
Yes, genius idea.
But
Or we just call somebody else a soccer ball and we just kick them around all day.
another really awesome thing about the Flying Squirrel Center is the trampoline dodgeball.
Yeah, that looks really
Yeah.
fun.
So
yeah.
That's fun.
I think it's 4 trampolines against 4 trampolines that curve upwards in the back, so you can jump off the back to get momentum and just
damn.
smash each other with balls. It wasn't last time I went, but the time before, I smashed Sarah in the face with the ball. She was mad at me for a while.
I bet.
I
As
bet.
well. So there's some foam pits there, and there's one with like a slack line across it to try out your slackline skills on a very tight slack line. There's a couple of them that are just trampolines into the foam pit, and there's one with
Yeah.
like a rope swing or whatever.
How big is this place? I've never even seen it.
It's
Like a big
quite
warehouse.
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's huge.
You'll crush kids.
We
Can't
got in
wait.
trouble when we were there because of doing backflips and like flips into the ball pit or the
Foam pit.
whatever you want to call it, because they said that was unsafe. But to me, it's safer to do that into a foam pit as opposed to on like the normal trampoline.
Well, the idea is that you might, if you don't complete your flip, like you probably won't jump backwards enough. You could smack your face against the floor there.
Yeah, but if you're watching us though, you could see we actually knew what the fuck we were doing, except for
Well, yeah, because
The
if they
one
let us
person.
do it, then they might have to let other people
Yeah.
do it.
I
So,
guess.
don't get me wrong. I agree with you because my biggest disappointment with that place is that any of the cool things I might want to try that like I'm not necessarily comfortable with doing at home, I can't do there either because they don't allow it. Like there's no double flips of any type there. If you attempt to double flip, then yeah, you can get in trouble for that. I'm like,
Really?
oh, like
Yeah.
I can do single flips alright. That's not interesting me anymore. But I'd love to try a double flip into a foam pit and see how far I can get.
Yeah,
but that's
exactly.
not allowed.
Also, trampolines in front of basketball hoops, so you can like try to bounce up and dunk it.
again, they're freaking hard to do, and if you get like speed, like running forward speed, you'll eat shit.
Yeah.
And there's like the connectors between the trampolines of like maybe an inch thick foam padding, but if you land on them, that's like landing on concrete
Oh,
from
yeah.
a good height. Like they freaking hurt.
Break your ankles.
Yeah, and even like the ledges around it is still quite hard.
This
So,
sounds fun. I'd really like to try it.
the danger of it's also really fun, having people like throw themselves into each other doing flips and
Yeah,
whatnot.
of course. That's like the main reason to go.
No, of course.
tackle children as they're.
Brilliant.
All right, well, the show's getting a little long, so do you guys have any last remarks, stories, anything you want to talk about before?
Thanks for having me on again. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah,
Good
absolutely.
talking to you guys.
Thanks for joining us. It's always fun.
Yeah.
Sorry I missed the Halo tournament thing. I was trying
You
to.
should be.
Next one, man. I'll be there for the Toronto one
Well,
for sure.
I'll probably not win the next one, so.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's
that's
'cause I'm playing.
Well, I
He's
was gonna
going
say,
down.
you won 2 out of the last 3 though, so you're still
2
pretty
out of
good.
the last 4.
All right, you're 50%. That's still a pass.
In
So.
some countries.
It's debatable.
Yeah,
Not in China.
but we'll see, Steven. We'll see.
Anyway, Spencer, you want to plug all your stuff?
Twitch.tv/Fragoute, Twitter.com/ right now it's just JUS_Fragoute. I'm under Stream Team Justice. YouTube.com/Fragoute. Thanks for having me.
Google frag out
Jerky XP Fragoute.
Yeah, Jerky XP, 5% off.
You have no idea. I'm
Fragoute.
debating ordering some jerky because of that.
I'd appreciate it.
We're thinking about doing a special video, maybe,
Oh, that'd be it.
right?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm waiting for that taste. Like, I'm getting like a care package full of a bunch of different flavors. I'm gonna
Yeah.
do a taste testing video, so
Oh, word.
be on the lookout for that. Or if you're not a part of it,
I would
You guys
love
will
to be a
win?
part of it.
I'm sure I'll have a lot. I'll probably do like a couple different. I'll probably do like a family one and then like a friends one. So yeah.
Just out of curiosity, when you tag your stuff, do you tag frag out in it? And do you do it with or without an E?
With an E.
With an E? Do you also do it without an E?
No.
Okay.
The only time I do it with an E is if I'm like somewhere like the Halo tournament.
Right.
And somebody's gonna mess it up, and I'd rather just it's Fragoute. But
Yeah.
He's silent. There's also another funny story. Is so there's a Gears of War player called Fragoute, but his Twitter is Fragoute, but the T is a 7.
Oh,
And somebody, people keep tagging me thinking I'm him.
Oh, really?
The pro Gears of War player from I think the team's Enigma 6. Anyways, I was talking to. It may be not Enigma 6 or E6.
I was gonna make a comment. Envy and Enigma 6 both dropped their Gears of War teams recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Anyway, so he was in it. Anyway, people keep tagging me. Do you know Nick Merckx?
I do not.
So Nick Merckx, I'm always in his stream. Like, he knows who I am. I've met him. But, like, since that guy is in Gears of War and he's a big fan of Gears of War, he keeps getting me mixed up for him.
Oh, really?
So he keeps asking me, yo, how's the Gears going? And I'm like, I play Call of Duty Gears. And he'll be like, wait, what? He's like, oh, shit.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's the wrong guy.
Shit, wrong guy. Shit.
Just for clarification, it's spelled Fragoute.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's an E at the end of frag out.
Yeah.
That's why I asked if you tag your videos and stuff with both. Because if you say, oh yeah, just go to youtube.com/fragout, and they do that, and it takes you to a different channel.
Fragoute with an E at the end.
Yeah,
So.
just to clarify. Don't want people messing it up, putting 7s where they don't belong.
Actually, sorry, in my like tabs or like whatever, I put Fragoute without the E just because.
Okay, yeah, that's
But
what
like,
I was
I
wondering.
still don't think that does much.
It might. Like we put Hastlecast HASSLE instead of HASTLE in our
Which
tags
is
as
the
well,
right way.
just in case.
Yeah.
Because we're audio, right? Like it doesn't. Well, it does say it on the video, but if you're listening,
You never know. YouTube's weird with that type of stuff. With like, if somebody tries to find something
yeah,
and it's not spelt exactly, you can get into the odd part of YouTube.
yeah,
Anyway, yeah, no, thanks for having me on. Always good to see you guys. And
yeah. We'll do
was
our
awesome.
our end tag thing here. So thank you very much.
Gravy boat.
Gravy
I was
boat.
going to say that as well.
Okay, gravy boat, quick, and then we'll.
28 episodes in, and you still can't remember it.
I didn't
What
do
you
all
got?
the episodes.
All but one, okay?
Yeah.
Well, there's a hidden one out there that wasn't good apparently.
There's like a hidden
dude.
7 out there that weren't.
Oh, is
weren't
there?
There's a
good.
hidden couple. The
Maybe you
lost
should make
episodes.
like the lost episode.
Oh yeah, that's been
yeah.
talked
Yeah.
about.
Oh, what was that other thing that you were supposed to do with? Oh, some video that he has of you.
The waxing video?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Forgot about that.
Steven,
Yeah,
you didn't
the-
remind me of my story. Go ahead.
What? But,
Waxing video.
oh, yeah, no, I was just going to say it. That will come out eventually when we actually
Say
get
that every
somebody
time.
somebody that can actually edit
I-
videos.
Okay, I figured that was just a lost cause.
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
Okay.
my computer can't even, like, open the file anymore.
Oh,
So I have to give it off to somebody else.
I'll take it and I'll play with it.
Do something. Okay.
We might have to do a pickup scene for that bar scene because some idiot recorded it vertical video.
Yeah.
Who does
Yeah,
that?
I know.
Or what would be really funny is if we edit over like things on like the side of the bars, just like make it jokeable because you can edit that down
Fidget
to be, like,
spinners.
6 seconds. Yeah, that'd be good. Get
Hey,
some
I got a
gifs.
video for it.
There you go. I'll put 2 fidget spinners.
Fidget spinners on either side.
Perfect.
Oh damn. Oh no.
Steven, you didn't remind me of my Comedy Button story.
Oh, my apologies.
Do it.
So Comedy Button is a podcast that you introduced me to. It's pretty good. But I was listening to one of their episodes at work today, and it's episode 270. And at the end of their shows, I'm pretty sure they give shout outs to like their Patreon patrons and stuff like that. But they do it in a funny, creative way. And in this one, they're like, all right, coming to the show tonight. Honey's in the first row. And then they list a bunch of names. Honey's in the second row. Name. Ben James. Name. I'm like, whoa, what? Why did he say my name? It's probably some other Ben James because I don't support them on Patreon. But I thought it was interesting, and I was just like, I tweeted about it earlier today, and I was just like, what the? Why did they say my name? And why am I as Honey in the second row?
Please, I'd be first row at least.
Yeah. I do appreciate their podcast.
Yeah, they're pretty funny dudes.
I probably should support them on Patreon.
So I have something for the gravy boat.
Okay.
Oh, perfect.
Rap God by The Animal in Me.
Okay. Rap God by the Animal in Me.
It's a.
If you were about to say Eminem, I would have smited you on the spot.
Well, I love Eminem, no lie, but this song is a better is a better version of his Rap God.
The Animal in Me.
Yeah.
It's hard to do a worse version of Rap God. So
It's more like a what is it, like, not screamo, but like they scream a lot.
sounds like screamo.
I don't know. Like, I don't even know. Like, I listen to a lot of music, and I'm like, I don't know what the actual genre is. This rock.
If they manage
heavy
to,
rock?
I don't like Rap God, but if they manage to scream Rap God, that'll be impressive.
They do. It's
That's
he's,
gangst.
yeah, we'll listen to it after.
So it's a screamo version of Eminem's Rap God.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know the song.
What?
Yeah, I'm with Steven. I don't like Eminem, therefore I don't know any of his stuff.
Sorry, but you're lost.
I actually do know the song, but mainly because I was told, seeing how much I ripped on Eminem, they're like, oh, but you have to hear Rap God. It's his best one. I was like, oh, well, I better listen to it then. Maybe he'll impress me. It was surprisingly breathy.
Oh.
Which, like, if it's live, I understand. For a recorded version, I was like,
well, because he did it all in one take.
That's still not impressive. I don't care.
It was impressive to me. He broke records with that song for number of words said under a minute or something like that.
He would not have.
There was an old guy who used to do commercials who would do like the end tag like legal stuff for commercials, and he would say it that fast. He had the record for like 500 words a minute or something like that he could speak.
Yeah, I don't know the exact record, but he did break a record with that.
Okay. Sorry, speaking of rap music, Steven gave me a boatload of music. I've been jamming out to it pretty hard, and so far, no complaints. It's all pretty good.
Glad to hear it.
Minor duplications with it, but he gave me like 1,800 songs. So like it's okay. Yeah, it's mainly like ID and ability stuff and like the people they're associated with.
Yeah, I'd say there's definitely gonna be crossover with those.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure Atmosphere's Flicker is probably on there at least twice, and My Key might be on there twice, and some other stuff. But
yeah, no complaints. It's fantastic.
oh, I'm glad to hear it.
I was digging Astronautalist, who's like got a cool name. Is it Astronautalist?
Astronautalist.
Liss. Okay.
He was in Calgary recently. I didn't go.
Damn it. And then I'm like, okay, this guy's cool. I'll like bump a couple of his albums because I assume you only gave me like 2 or 3. No, you gave me like 11 of his albums. Like, you gave me a fuck ton. I'm like, I'm not just gonna listen to this one guy's whole time. So
it's actually surprising how many like good
undergroundish artists there are.
Yeah, that come to like Calgary bars and stuff like that. That like you've heard their name, but like you're like you don't expect them to be at like just a bar or a pub on like a Saturday night or Friday night.
Small gig.
Yeah.
As well, you went to Mac Lethal like a month or so ago.
Yep.
I really wish I went to them because you gave me all this music and he's awesome.
Yeah,
it was
So
good.
I'm like,
I bought a shirt.
I'm like highly jealous that you went to see him.
Speaking of large numbers, Rap God by Animal in Me has 2.2 million views on YouTube. That's pretty sweet. But yeah, so look for that in our Gravy Boat playlist on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/a random string of numbers. Have a custom URL yet? Please
It's
subscribe.
gonna come.
So yeah, look us up. We're Hastlecast Podcast on YouTube. We are at Hastlecast on Twitter. You can shoot us an email at hastlecast@gmail.com and let us know what we're doing right, what we're not doing right. If you want to be a sponsor of the show, you can contact us there. It's our businessy email address.
Ooh.
We also have a Facebook page that nobody looks at, and we also have
If
an
you're
Instagram
18
that
or
nobody
older,
looks at.
send
I
nudes.
didn't even know you had a Facebook page, to be honest.
Right.
Right?
I don't think I like it.
Hopefully, that will be a little bit more active, but somebody doesn't do their job. Alex,
Yeah. You know, it's one of those things that's
what are we
like
paying you for?
I hardly even go on my own Facebook, let alone run an actual account.
Yo, I'm the same way.
So,
I'm all over Twitter though, so if you
Yes.
want to
Twitter
contact
is a
us,
beast.
Well,
I love Twitter.
I do kind of wish there was a way you could link it all together.
You can. It's called Hootsuite.
Hootsuite.
I've heard of this.
So if you posted something on Twitter, would it post onto like Instagram
You
and
can
onto
sketch.
Facebook?
So yeah, you can click like all the things you want to link it to.
Okay.
And so like you could schedule tweets, Facebook messages, so that you have like weekly things being posted. Like if you have your video like pre-uploaded, you can have it scheduled so that like say you guys are all out of town and you had to pre-record something that like the day of, if nobody has internet, it'll just automatically
go.
yeah.
Like you upload it and it will release at a specific time.
Yeah.
Can it go off select accounts? Like if I have my Twitter and the Hastlecast Twitter on my phone, would it post it from my Twitter?
You can do both.
Or
You can choose which one to post
You
on.
can
choose
do all
which
of them. So
account?
basically,
Yeah.
you can.
Or like,
I
it
think
wouldn't-
it's after 3 or 5 you have to start paying, like for the number of accounts that you have attached to one
Okay.
Hootsuite. But like basically, you could have 5 accounts and you could schedule one thing to post on all 3 at different times at the same time or whatever. It's really cool. I used to use it all the time. I haven't recently, but I'm going to start using it again.
Well, we'll take a look at it. The other thing is our Instagram, and do we have a Snapchat now?
No.
Don't have a Snapchat.
Do you want one?
I will
better
never
grab
use
it now.
it, so-
Now that it's in this video, somebody's going to take
Somebody
it
else is
from
going
you.
to register it.
All right, go ahead and register that,
Sure.
even if we don't use it.
Yeah, I'm downloading Hootsuite right now as well.
Okay. Instagram is basically photos of our set.
Yeah,
So-
pretty much.
Oh wait, I'm
Alright.
gonna take a selfie
Sure.
Do it.
while we're still going on. This is gonna be like a 2-part episode.
No. we did a 1-parter, hour and a half spoiler cast, which is episode 7. So go listen to that if you like long ones. Anyway, I believe that is it, unless there's anything I'm forgetting.
I think you're about good.
Okay.
Covered it all.
And seriously, if you want to sponsor our show, I know we have a small following, but you know, I think we have potential. I've heard excellent feedback. Oh, the one thing I didn't talk about, feedback.
Did we finally get an email from somebody?
I don't know. You run the email.
Well, we went over it. So, random sidetrack of story in the middle of our plugs. I tried to log onto the email today on my phone while I was at work, and it said it was an unknown account, and there was like a whole security section, and the security stuff was being sent to some Motorola phone that wasn't my phone, or like I tried to get on a computer as well, and none of it worked, so it was all being sent to Ben's phone. Apparently that's what's linked to it, and all the security stuff. So not even a security question, or like your password or anything.
Yeah.
Or like the recovery email that I have sent or set would work. It had to go through Ben's phone.
It essentially sent me emails saying somebody is trying to access your account. Is this you? If not, we will like shut it down so that they can't get in. I'm like, no, I'm sure that was Alex. That was me.
Yeah. I probably should have sent you a text about it as well.
Whatever. Anyway, the other thing I didn't talk about, find us on iTunes and Google Play Music as well. And if you're there, give us a 5-star rating if you think it's 5 stars. If you don't even bother. So
I was gonna say, if you don't, tell us why, but don't rate
Email us why.
email
Don't
us
rate.
why.
Yeah, but don't rate us
hastlecast@gmail.com.
though.
That's it. Okay, we're done. That's
Bye.
it for the show. Now that we're over an hour and a half long.
Yes, fantastic episode.
Thanks for coming out again,
We're killing
Spencer.
No problem. Always fun.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Oh ho! Oh ho!